Hey guys, this is BiXX. Welcome back to our topic about Mentoring Monday, a sense of urgency. This is part 2. I want to give examples of state of urgency so we can kind of better understand more of the how. Body language, job interviews. We all hope to increase our level of income through better opportunities, promotions. This is more of an example of the opposite of a sense of urgency. I used to do a lot of hiring in my former business, and I always looked to find people that would fit our culture. Our culture had a real strong sense of urgency. We were really focused on employee growth, product development, being first in the industry, speed to market. So we were looking for people that fit our culture. So at the end of the interview, I would watch people walk back to their car in the parking lot. And if they didn't walk fast, that just told me they didn't really have a strong sense of urgency. That's bad body language. So I literally wouldn't hire them. So be careful with your sense of urgency. Make sure it shows in your body language. Be enthusiastic and passionate about what you're doing. And have energy to get where you're going. Amazon, one of the biggest and best companies in the world. You can order fast. The website tells you when you're going to receive the product. You get a notification when if your product's going to be out of stock or late. Their brand is speed, dependability. The culture has a sense of urgency that focuses on continuous improvement. I mean, literally, Amazon has changed the world. So, for example, if you call a company and you need to get a problem taken care of, which company's better? The one that makes you wait on hold for 15 minutes, and then you're frustrated when they get you on the line and take another 15 minutes to solve your problem, or a company that answers the calls immediately, solves your problem in the first couple of minutes. Who's better to deal with? Well, of course, the latter company is the company I want to work with. A company who has a sense of urgency. They've taken the time to focus on the customer experience. And that's the company I want to do business with. Also an example, a top performing employee. They prioritize their to-do list every day, set deadlines, completes each task on time on a consistent basis. Do you think this employee will be desired by other companies or be desirable to work with and will be given promotions? Absolutely. In music production, it's common for us music producers to outsource the mastering of our track. Mastering makes the track more clear, polished, brighter. It pulls up the equalization and the volumes. So the person I use responds to my emails within hours. If they're not in town, I'll get an automated email that tells me when they're going to be back in the studio. And then once they're in the studio, I get 24 and 48 hour turnaround. This person has a real sense of urgency. I'll never go anywhere else to get my tracks mastered because I just love dealing with this person. I know exactly what I'm going to get. Since we're a technology-driven society now, often the company that solves business problems first, they own the market. So for example, companies like this are Apple, Facebook, Google, Airbnb, YouTube, Uber, Amazon, like I mentioned before. These are companies that dominate the market. They have cultures with a healthy sense of urgency, speed to market, optimal execution of their business strategy, a sense of urgency. Have a sense of urgency about communication. Big pet peeve of mine. Respond back to people quickly. Don't give excuses that, hey, I was just too busy. Sorry, but you're not very important to me. That's kind of what you're telling them when you give excuses about why you haven't followed up. If you're super busy, just send them a quick message. Hey, be back to you in a couple days. Then meet your deadline. You want to build confidence in people, trust in people. Respond quickly in a form of a communication. Another example, do you want to build an incredible brand of trust? Separate yourself from most people in the world? create a high level of self-respect for yourself. Develop a sense of urgency when it comes to paying people. Pay people on time. It does wonders for your brand. It really does. Just think about what happens when you don't pay on time. The consequences are not good. Also, have a sense of urgency about being on time. How many people do we know that they're never on time? This shows that you value the other person's time. It shows you're prepared. Being on time costs you nothing except effort. So the last example I'm going to give is a company who has literally transformed the service industry, 20, 25 years ago. Who remembers when Domino's Pizza was formed? Domino's Pizza transformed the industry with their 30 minutes or less delivery concept. I think they've changed it now to 45 or whatever, but it's really transformed the pizza industry. It's transformed the service industry. Their philosophy was based on a healthy sense of urgency. Do you think about it? How many companies have followed this sense of urgency in the service industry? Literally thousands. So, as I mentioned in the first segment, a sense of urgency costs you nothing except effort and a mindset. So, are you ready to improve your career and your life by improving your sense of urgency? That's it for today. Remember, you're never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers, BiXX.